As a state panel weighed whether to extend a ban on statewide evictions amid the pandemic, Los Angeles County officials on Wednesday, August 12, said a new $100 million program designed to offer rent relief for the most vulnerable of tenants was vital, but will only scratch the surface of the huge numbers of people who need it. Beginning Monday, the county will begin allocating $100 million in federal CARES Act funding to county renters. Applications for the relief funding will open on August 17, 2020. You can submit at, or by dialing 211-8 a.m. to 8 p.m. From August 17 to August 31, tenants on the cusp of eviction can apply for the COVID-19 Rent Relief Program, run by the Los Angeles County Development Authority. The City of LA is not part of the county's program, because it got a separate allotment of funding. Ultimately, up to 9,000 households could be helped by the new program, which officials said will help landlords, too. But even then, it will be only a stopgap measure amid a pandemic with no end in sight, and threaten to force many more out of their homes, leaders warned on Wednesday. It's a moment that's testing our resolve and our resilience, said L County Supervisor Mark Ridley-Thomas, who along with his 4 colleagues on the board voted to allocate the money. It's a giant leap from the $3 million relief fund established earlier on in the outbreak. This pandemic has taken an unimaginable toll and wreaked havoc on our economy, Ridley-Thomas said. So many people are struggling just to feed themselves and their families, and have no idea how to pay their rent. Indeed, by May, the pandemic had already forced nearly 600,000 Los Angeles County workers out of a job, according to a UCLA Luskin Institute study, which showed that 449,000 of those unemployed, and with no income, live in about 365,000 rental units. More than 365,000 L County households face eviction, a reality faced by millions across the state if the state's Judicial Council votes this week to end its eviction moratorium. Several state leaders have warned that 4 million Californians could lose their homes if the moratorium ends, a prospect that had L County leaders and housing advocates worried this week about adding to a growing homeless population in a region that already faces multiple crises: housing, recession and COVID-19, among them. 1 in 6 Southern California tenants failed to pay their June rent on time, a U.S. Census survey found. But so far they've been protected by local and state eviction bans. The relief fund is open to all renters in Los Angeles County, regardless of immigration status, who qualify based on income and have struggled to pay rent due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Half of the $100 million is targeted to zip codes where people are most vulnerable to eviction. Vulnerable areas are spread across the county, but particular clusters include the Pomona area and El Monte, Paramount, Inglewood, Hawthorne and northern L County,